You know, so did you update your app?
Mine? I don't know. I
Yeah.
know I didn't.
Okay. So there's an update to Blab, and it looks a little different. And there's a little slider button now that you can record. It looks like it's staying on, so I'm gonna go with it.
No.
Okay, so let's try that again. I'm gonna introduce myself.
Okay.
I'm Hannah Davis, owner of Body by Hannah Personal Training Studio. On the advisory board for Cosmopolitan Magazine, been featured in many other national publications as a fitness expert, just totally passionate about fitness. I worked with Jessica Rumba in New York City. That's where we met and worked together. So go ahead, Jess, introduce yourself.
Yes, okay. I'm Jessica Rumba Guthrow. I'm married to that guy you just saw, Brad Guthrow. And together we run an online business called Team Live Lean. And we also have Live Lean TV, which is a free channel on YouTube that has tons of information about fitness and nutrition. We offer workouts, recipes, all of that stuff for free on YouTube at youtube.com/Live Lean TV. And what else? I also train clients in person and online one-on-one sometimes.
Yay. Hi, Andrea. Andrea, Mom Metallica is back again. Good to have you. So we're getting a lot of repeat visitors to our show, Tricks of the Trainer, which is really awesome.
That is good.
We are sharing really great, useful content. So if you like what you hear, please share it with the Twitter world, with the Blab world. Jess also posts these videos on her YouTube, replays on her YouTube. And of course, if you are subscribed, you get a copy to share. So today we are talking, I should share too. Now I feel like.
Yeah, got a tweet.
I know. Here we go. Tweet. Okay. So let's jump right into the topic. First of all, we always love feedback. So let us know, what are some of the ways that you've tried to lose weight that maybe haven't worked for you? And maybe you're dumbfounded by it. Maybe you're not. But I'm just curious.
Starving does not work.
Mama.
And what?
That's on the list.
Starving on my list.
So since you said that, let's go ahead and start with that. I would say, I don't have a top 10 list or anything. I don't know if you made one, Jess, but I just have my bullet points, and starvation diets is on there.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people try to lose weight by seriously cutting calories. It's a good idea to cut calories most of the time, but a lot of people subject themselves to, eating less than 1,000 calories a day. Nobody should be on an under 1,000 calories diet a day. Unless it's like a 99-year-old 4'3" grandmother who sits all day, then maybe she should be
tiny person,
on a less than 1,000 when you well, if you're sitting all day. But so starvation diets never work. You will drop weight initially, but then because your body thinks it is in a starvation period, it will start to hold on to fat, because fat provides the most energy per kilocalorie. So it wants to reserve fat, and it's actually going to start burning other tissue for fuel. So it's going to burn muscle before it burns fat if you put yourself in a starvation mode. You agree, Jess?
Oh, absolutely. And that's the worst, like the most disappointing thing. Like when you think you're doing your body good by eating less and exercising more, and you're actually doing harm by slowing your metabolism down and burning up some of that muscle that you work hard to achieve,
Right.
You leave yourself really vulnerable to regain all the fat back and more.
Right.
So it is never a good idea to starve.
Good one, Mom Metallica. She also wrote, I'll just call you Andrea, that's easier. Binge exercise. So what do you mean? Did you exercise multiple times a day? What do you constitute as binge exercising? And was it starvation along with binge exercise? Because that's even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, you would eat too much and then compensate with exercise. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, you can't out exercise a bad diet. It is very hard to burn enough calories in your day to make up for binge eating. So you can never win that battle. Oh my gosh, Andrea, you're like right on point. You're answering everything.
That's like going down the list, basically.
Yeah. So the next one would be too much cardio, not enough muscle building. That's another way that it's a worse way to lose weight. And Jess, who's mostly at fault for this? By the way, I have my wine tonight, folks. Cheers. Oh no, Jess, where'd you go?
Out a little bit. What were you saying about who's mostly at fault?
Wait, what was that? You went out for a second.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying, is that you went out before that.
Oh, I was saying, who do you think is at the most fault generally for doing too much cardio and not enough weight training?
Oh my gosh, women for sure, because they're terrified of getting bulky. So it's very, very common for women, especially. Like guys, usually when they go to the gym, they'll weight train at least a little bit, but girls typically avoid it because it's like this scary zone.
Cheers, Andrea. Andrea, do you have your glass of wine? I'm going to take a sip.
Like wine club for the East Coast kids.
No, because it's only 4 o'clock. It's almost 5 o'clock, Jess.
Yeah, for me, I feel like it's too early to crack it open.
Oh, waiting for the hubby. That's nice. I would hate one now. So yeah, women are most of the time more at fault for pushing the cardio. And they actually do believe that it's the best way to burn fat. And the truth about cardio is that you do burn calories for that period of time. And let's say you run for 20 minutes, you burn 200 calories. Great. Instead, if you opt for weightlifting for 20 minutes, your caloric burn might not be quite 200. Let's say it's 160 for a 20-minute strength training workout. Then your body is going to then have to burn calories post-exercise, repair the muscle. You're going to build back leaner muscle, which increases your resting metabolic rate. It does two very important things. Ultimately, you will burn more calories over the span of time, and your resting metabolic rate, which everybody wants a higher metabolism, will boost as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you really want to treat yourself like you're an athlete. I love the saying that goes, athletes don't diet and exercise. They work out or they train and they eat, It's like, don't think of it always as exercising and dieting. If you thought of it more like training to get better at skills and to get stronger and do all that sort of great stuff with your body instead of just trying to figure out how to burn the maximum amount of calories possible.
Right. And we have a question. Why are women terrified of getting bulky? Isn't it very, very difficult to get too much muscle? It is, because women don't produce the amount of testosterone that men produce. Testosterone is what creates muscle mass, bulky muscle.
Mm-hmm.
And women just do not, only in very rare instances do women produce enough testosterone for that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and even if they do, they have to actually work out like, probably 10 times harder than most women would even think to work out. So it's not likely that that's ever going to happen. It's pretty much impossible. So being afraid of bulking is it's not really a valid thing. So hopefully we can all let go of that.
Right. We also got a question. What should overweight women focus on doing at the gym? What type of workout?
That's great.
So I think we answered that with weight training.
Yeah.
So you want to do some sort of strength training, whether it's using resistance bands, free weights, your own body. It needs to be strength training.
Yes.
Cardio is absolutely important. It depends how overweight the client is, but I don't often recommend any kind of impact cardio like running. For
someone over,
obese, someone who's obese is just not kind on the joints. Strength training is very kind on your joints when done properly.
Right.
So you want to strength train for those reasons I mentioned earlier. Increase your resting metabolic rate and burn more calories overall.
Definitely. So what type of cardio would you recommend for a woman who's overweight?
Elliptical, rowing machine, getting in the water sport, brisk walking uphill.
Yeah, walking is one of my favorites, absolutely, because it's very easy on the joints and it will get your heart rate way up really fast.
Yeah.
Then the other thing I would suggest is just circuit training. Like, instead of doing your strength training in separate sets, like link your exercises back to back so that your heart rate stays up. That actually is a form of cardio. And it's like a perfect form of cardio for clients who are overweight because, like we said, easy on the joints. And, it's actually interesting. As long as your form is really good, you're going to stay safe and injury free.
Right. Another question. Do you think, this is a little off topic, but we'll jump over and then jump back on. Do you think the BMI index is still an accurate measurement for weight? Well, it's not a measurement of weight. It's a measurement of
volume.
Yeah, volume.
Size.
For your weight. Yeah. And no, it's not the best. And I think most professionals agree that BMI is kind of not the most accurate. So don't look to that. I would look at waist hip ratio. That's the best for determining how at risk you are for cardiovascular disease. So it's a very important number to know. All you do is measure the inches of your waist and divide that by the inches around your hips, and you get your waist hip ratio. And for women, you should be below 0.80, and men should be below 0.75 or 0.70.
I thought it was 0.7, but yeah.
Okay.
You definitely want to be under 1. If your number is 1 or greater, then it's not good.
You're in trouble. Yeah. Another question. If anybody wants to hop in, please feel free to. I'm a man and I have to work my butt off and lift heavy to get muscle.
Well, so do we. We work our butts off too.
Yeah.
We see, proof that lifting heavy and working hard does not make you, massive and bulky.
Right. And we kind of had that topic last week. We were talking about hard gainers and body types. And if you want to see that, go over to Jess's YouTube page and you'll catch a replay of last week's blab, which was on body type and why it's important.
Yeah. How it affects how you should work out.
What's the difference? What differences are there in diet and exercise advice for people above 40 versus below 40?
That's great. Yeah, great question.
Well, probably age isn't a fair because genetics are going to go into play. Some people start to notice the effects of aging and slowing in their metabolism as early as 25.
Mm-hmm.
Some are at 30, notice the changes in metabolism at 30. So it's really, that's going to be pretty individual based on the person. But as you age, unfortunately, I think it's when women hit like 25 and then when men hit like 30 or so, or maybe it's when we all hit 25, there's an age and it's pretty young. After that, we literally start dying. It's true. It's depressing.
Not to be morbid or anything, but yeah.
Your body is actually young and growing and growing and growing, and then it hits this age, and then your cells kind of start dying, and you start aging, and that's just reality. So, some people age more quickly than others, and some don't. What slows aging is exercise and diet. So you can slow aging. You can fight genetics to a point.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people move less as they age. So let's hop back on topic. Jess, throw out another worst ways to lose weight.
So we already talked about over exercising and we already talked about under eating. I think another one of the big obvious ones, and it goes back to your post from what was that, Instagram earlier today, is
Yeah.
gimmicky, quick fix, like always looking for that magic pill. Like that is what really drives me crazy is when people want to lose weight fast and they jump directly to the magic pill or whatever promises are made on late night TV instead of like really putting in the hard work, doing what they know needs to be done by eating properly and exercising, because those will really, really work. And all of
Right.
the magic bullet quick fixes, they leave you really disappointed and they can be really damaging.
Right. What are some of the ones you get the most from your clients? The questions you get the most? I have one I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, sometimes I get asked surgery. Is it surgery?
No, the Garcinia.
Oh, Cambodia. Yeah.
Or something.
You get asked about that. Yeah.
People really, they've done such a good job marketing that stuff.
Yeah.
And somehow even got like Dr. Oz in on it. He like put it on his show.
Yeah.
Dr. Oz is working with an agenda, folks. Everything he says is not science. So it's a TV show. Don't forget it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only real TV show.
But nobody pays us to be here. We're just here to hang out with you guys. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So you're talking about surgery?
We're trying to deliver the truth. Yeah, I get asked about liposuction or that new procedure called the fat freeze. Have you heard of it?
Yes. Yeah.
I get asked about that. Oh, does that really work? And I've talked to an actual plastic surgeon about it, and I asked him, okay, can you please tell me what's the real deal? Because my clients are asking me, I need to know what to tell them, And he said, yeah, he was really honest with me. He said, even though I probably shouldn't tell you this because I make money off these procedures, he was like, the real truth is it's really best for people who only have 5 to 10 pounds to lose. And at that point, like, why are you really going to pay thousands of dollars for a procedure when you only have 5 to 10 pounds to lose? Those people are not
freezing water.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
There's no way.
Totally. So he said it's also temporary. Like the results will probably last about 6 months at most.
Interesting.
Which, how disappointing would that be? $1,000 down the drain, and 6 months later, you're back where you started.
Right. Real quick, Pine Creek, we talked about calorie restriction a little bit earlier. So replay the blab, check it out. We talked about calorie restriction.
I don't think all calorie restriction is bad, though. I mean, I think that's a good.
You have to restrict calories to weight, but it's when you restrict starvation diets. Yeah. Basically, under 1,000 calories, under 1,200 calories for a lot of people, depending on the height and weight of somebody and how active they are in their day. It's going to also depend, but you can pretty much guarantee if you're eating under 1,000 calories, that's too little.
What is the biggest deficit that you recommend to someone?
I generally stick to 1,500 calories.
The lowest amount?
Is the lowest amount. And it depends on, and then I want to see what the results are with 1,500.
Yeah.
And occasionally, I think depending on lifestyle, you have to go a little bit lower than 1,500, never under 1,200.
Yeah, it's really surprising to a lot of people. Like, I read a lot of custom plans, and I calculate the numbers based on real data that they give me, like their height, their activity level, all of the real data that crunches the real numbers. And when I give people their custom plans, they're usually shocked that they're a lot of times in the 2,000s. Even for a lot of women, they need to be eating 2,100 calories or so. And that's with a deficit. The biggest deficit I ever give anyone is 200 to 300 calories. 300 is what I consider aggressive.
Right.
That's 300 per day. How do you feel about supplementing with meal replacements? Can it hinder with weight loss? And can you overdo it with prepackaged foods? Oh, yes. You definitely can overdo it with prepackaged foods, and I definitely do not suggest having packaged food every day.
Yeah.
They're fine for occasional use, but not like as part of your staple meals.
Yeah. And then as far as meal, hi, Lewis.
Thank you.
I did a blab. I did a blab with Ellis Keeney.
Oh, good.
I have to hook up again. As far as supplementing with meal replacements, I've had very mixed feelings about that. In my ideal world, you would eat real foods that cause your body to go through a digestion process, that cause your body to absorb nutrients in the way that it was meant to absorb nutrients. But I think that sometimes meal replacement shakes have a place, and mostly with either very overweight or obese clients. I think it can be instrumental with people that are very addicted to food and really are not winning the battle over portion control.
Yeah.
Then it is an instrument that we use. So
certain cases, but definitely not for the general population.
Yeah.
Drugs and stimulants, yes, definitely another bad one. That's a good point there. I think
stimulants are good. Caffeine is a good stimulant.
Well, yeah, that's true. Certain stimulants in certain doses too. I mean, you have to take everything, decide which dose are we talking about, because really anything and everything can be lethal in an overdose. But yeah, like healthy stimulants for sure. I definitely recommend and adore coffee. So I think it actually does help with weight loss, and it keeps you, active and going.
Andrea, we are not too young to
remember Ephedra. Oh no, that's definitely still going.
I had friends taking that stuff even in college. It was still. Let's see, this Kevin Cal. Someone's trying to join in the blab. I'm worried it's a troll. We've had a couple trolls trying to join in.
How can you tell?
Had to block.
Yeah.
Kevin, speak up. Let me know you're not a troll before I let you on.
You have to prove
Adderall for losing. Yeah, people do the craziest.
Adderall for sure.
Just tear up their body they're desperate to lose weight, and it goes back to that quick fix.
Yeah.
And Adderall suppresses your appetite. So a lot of people will rely on, they start taking Adderall maybe and notice that they have weight loss, and so they continue doing it. Smoking cigarettes to lose weight.
Yeah, other drugs, more dangerous drugs too. I mean, all of that stuff is going to get you short-term results, but the detriments are going to be so much worse.
Right.
So in the long run, it's a terrible route to take, and you're not going to reach that like perfect, skinny, happy place that you think you're going to get. You're going to hit the ground hard, and then there's probably going to be a bounce back. So definitely not recommended.
Right.
What's up? And nutrition and one time.
Okay, so we talked so far. We've covered here are the bad ways to lose weight. Too much cardio, not enough strength training, starvation diets, gimmicky supplements or devices.
Yeah.
How about like the wrap thing? Have you heard this one? Like, how about like, I don't even know what that is, but someone sent me a message this week on Facebook asking, I think their pitch line is, have you heard of that wrap thing or something? Like they get you in, like, what wrap thing? And do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like,
I'm not sure.
Anyway, I didn't really know, but and this was like a Facebook friend that I know pretty well, but I just kind of wrote back and it works. Oh, Saran. So I just wrote back and I was like, I'm sorry, but everything I do is based on scientific evidence, and if you can show me some science, I'll entertain the idea. And he was like, I appreciate that. Have you guys heard of Joe Cross's documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead? Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've seen it.
That one, because I've seen a couple of them. The Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, was that when he went on the juice diet for like a year?
Yeah. He traveled around the US or something.
Yeah. Now I really
it wasn't a year. It was like 2 months.
6 days. But no, he continued it. I think the documentary was for 60 days, but he continued it. And of course that's going to work, y'all. He was eating crap and he started juicing. And of course he felt better. But I don't necessarily think that was the best way to do it. I don't know. What do you think, Jess? It's better. You could make an argument it's better than being obese.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Time.
Yeah. I don't know. I think extreme measures like that they're extreme, and it's not going to be the best thing for every person. Just because he came out of that like healthy and happy and everything doesn't mean that everybody's going to, because I guarantee you there are tons of people who probably tried that either after that video or before and were unsuccessful with it. Otherwise everyone would be doing it, right? If it worked for everyone would just do that. It seems like the easiest, simplest solution, but clearly
it wasn't even really easy. Like I think he had to lock himself in his house for like the first 14 days because it was so miserable. His body was like convulsing.
He's like withdraws.
Which there's a lot more pleasant ways to do it. You just have to have patience and trust the process a little bit. That's really funny. That's exactly what popped in my head was the reality show Biggest Loser, which is another quick fix. It'd be really interesting to have Austin join in on, because I know Austin, who was one of the most popular Biggest Losers in Biggest Loser history, and he blabs a lot. He hopped in one time with one of our blabs, but he didn't join in. But that is a quick fix. And I think again,
it's extreme.
Most of the contestants on the show don't keep the weight off. It comes back because again, they didn't lose it in a sustainable way where the most sustainable way is to modify your life over time. It's got to be a lifestyle change, and very few personalities are all or nothing. And it's just a drastic lifestyle change to go from being 500 pounds to someone who is 150 pounds.
I love to think of like the tortoise and the hare story, So the tortoise is the one that wins in the end. It's like slow and steady really does win the race, and I think that's true for fitness for sure. It's like if you can consistently exercise throughout your lifetime, you're going to be way better off than if you hurry up and exercise really quickly and then take a bunch of time off and then like keep going through these spurts of on and off again.
These cycles, and that's what it ends up being, just this cycle of losing weight fast, but then putting it back on and taking a bunch of fin and
and usually people spend more time overweight than they do at their goal weight because like it's just a short blip at the goal weight and then they go back the other direction. That takes a lot longer until the next one.
Right. Is it also better to allow your body to adjust to its new size instead of losing fast?
Absolutely.
Everybody's body has a set point.
Yep.
And when you lose weight, part of what makes it so difficult to maintain is your body's set point is higher. So you have to live at a lower set point for a period of time to allow your body to adjust to its new weight, its new homeostasis. And then you've got to go from there. And a lot of times that's what plateauing is about. So a plateau and then kind of having to just trust the process. You're doing everything right. And let it drop again.
Yeah, absolutely. And you want to stay, long enough to make sure that it's permanent, right? It's like you can't just go out celebrating your weight loss and just totally undo all of it. So Once you
Right.
get to your goal weight, just think of that as the beginning. You know, it's not the end.
Right. This is crazy. We're definitely getting a lot more trolls.
Oh
now.
no, really?
Like Blab is full of trolls. I wonder what
Bummer.
they do to take care of it. I keep getting people popping in.
Yeah.
All right, so we really did a good job of covering Is there anything else that comes to your mind, Jess?
Yeah, no, I think that was really good summary of it all. I mean, basically the moral of the story is don't go for the quick fixes, don't go for the gimmicks, you know, don't try extreme measures. Like really what the best thing for weight loss is like slow and steady, intelligent approach.
Right. Take it day by day, eating healthy day by day. Don't harp on the what you consider failures, because you said a really good thing, Jess, the other week about progress is rarely linear, and
Yeah.
you're going to have kind of these little dips, but as long as the progress is headed in this upward direction,
Right.
that's what you need to be focused on.
Absolutely.
But again, another probably most important takeaway from this Blab is that
Oh no, where are you? I think what you were gonna say is weight training is essential. So don't be doing cardio only. Make sure you all weight train too. Do you guys have any last questions for us? I think I totally lost her. Gotta go? Okay, cool. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, that was weird. My phone totally just froze and shut down.
Okay.
Now it's doing something weird. Anyway, but we were shutting it down. I was saying
Yeah, I was just about to close. I was asking if anyone has more questions, but I think we're good. We covered it.
Yeah. So, guys, share the Blab. You can catch it again on the replay and on Jess's YouTube channel. What's your YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's youtube.com/ the one I'm sharing it on is Rummy450. Okay. You can also just search Jessica Rumba on YouTube and you'll find it.
Okay. And then if you need ideas for weight training plans, because it is the best ways to lose weight, we have weight training plans on our websites, jessicarumba.com, bodybyhannah.com. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We're here every Friday night at 7 p.m. for Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time for Tricks of the Trainer, the two smartest trainers on Blab.
Yeah.
So join us again, and we shall, well, not the only two, but we're the two smartest trainers on Blab. Okay. Talk to you guys soon. Bye, Jess.
Bye. I'll see you next Friday.